First this morning, we have more on last night's Republican presidential debate. Mitt Romney really trying to show voters he is the top candidate, while Herman Cain faced a series of tough questions. All the candidates, though, definitely had something to say as they discussed jobs and the economy. Here's a look at a few of the highlights.
We've got to get our spending house in order.
If they want to really change things, the first person to fire is Bernanke, who is a disaster as chairman of the Federal Reserve. The second person to fire is Geithner.
When you have bubbles, they burst. And when they do, you have to have corrections, and that's what we're dealing with. And we can do this by building coalitions and not sacrificing any principles.
What we need to be focused on is how we get America working again.
Maintaining a strong commitment to innovation, entrepreneurship, and freedom in the marketplace.
Repeal every regulation the Obama administration has put in place. It's over $100 million. Repeal them all.
999 will pass, and it is not the price of a pizza because it has been well studied and well developed. It starts with, unlike your proposals, throwing out the current tax code.
Simple answers are always very helpful, but oftentimes inadequate. And in my view, to get this economy going again, we're going to have to deal with more than just tax policy and just energy policy.
Joining us this morning from Hanover, New Hampshire, the site of last night's debate is CBS News political analyst John Dickerson. John, always nice to have you with us. A lot of talk this morning about Mitt Romney, which we expected, and about Herman Cain. Let's kick this off with Herman Cain. He was really making an effort to be heard last night. And even when he was told a few times that he would have a chance to answer, he didn't stop. He just kept talking. How did he do?
Well, you know, a lot of his opponents were talking about his 999 plan, and that's a good thing when you're in a race. If everybody's talking about you, that means you're at the top. And he took every opportunity to mention his tax plan. He was a bit of a one-note wonder, and that's both a strength and a weakness. It's a strength for those voters who like his simplicity, the idea that it's not that difficult, that if you just have a plan and work it, that you can succeed. But the problem is there a second act? Can he explain this plan? And what he did mostly in the debate when he was challenged on two fronts, that his plan is implausible, it'll never pass, or if it is passed, that Congress will make such a mess of it, it'll be worse than the current tax code. And he didn't really answer those questions. He's got plenty of time to, but he'll have to come up with stronger answers if he wants to take the top, be the front runner.
We heard that Governor Rick Perry had a little training. His campaign said they were making sure he got a little bit more sleep before this debate. But he was, fairly quiet last night.
Yeah, he talked about a coming energy plan that he's going to talk about later this week. It seemed at the debate like he needed his own energy plan. It was a little listless. He said he wanted to show his passion. He says that debates aren't his strong suit. The problem for Perry is that he's been down in the polls. He's hit a bit of a rough patch in his campaign here. This was just a missed opportunity. He's got other opportunities to try and reintroduce himself to voters, get his message out, explain how he's the alternative to Mitt Romney, but he missed one at the debate.
In terms of Mitt Romney appearing in some cases last night as a bit more moderate of a candidate, is he really starting to embrace this front runner status and try to run with it and therefore hopefully grab more moderate support?
He is. The debate was devoted to the economy. That's his favorite issue. It allowed him to talk about the things he's most passionate and comfortable about. And it also allowed him, when he was asked, how would you create a bipartisan atmosphere in Washington, he got to refer to his record in Massachusetts where he worked with Democrats. He talked also about his health care plan, which is a liability for him among Republicans, but he talked about how he helped insure more children. That's the kind of message that swing voters in a general election would like to hear about. So, yes, he's looking already towards the general election against Barack Obama.
And as we know, he picked up that endorsement yesterday as well from New Jersey Governor Chris Christie. John, always great to have you here. Thanks.